Hey guys, want to bring you another YouTube video and wish you a happy new year, and hopefully 2020 wasn't too brutal or rough for you, but I'm pretty sure it was rough for everyone for the most part. But want to again wish everyone a happy new year for 2021. Hopefully things are going to go well for us. But usually I have New Year's resolutions for business and personal. I usually try to review it on the week of before of New Year's and try and see what I did previous year. I did write a blog about it. I could attach to it with it. But so I'm just going to share some of my personal and business. I usually do a top 10 because that kind of makes things easy to keep up with on percentage wise. Because, say, if you had a 52 or odd number, then it would be hard to do the maths, maybe, or to see. I just like to keep things simple and then, like, really medium to hard goals to match sometimes, because that way it makes things like, even if I hit 50%, it feels still like it's an accomplishment because, and you'll see why. So, number one, to earn more money than previous year. So, like, I kind of write down what I earned and then try to grow my net worth for my family, and then that way it's a good measurement in that sense. So that way, again, financially, you want to be able to grow financially, especially keep up with inflation, especially since the government's printing so much money, it could devalue the dollar in that sense. So you definitely want to be making more than the previous year, and then get more than 10% in return for my retirement. So I want to make sure I'm growing on my retirement, so that way I could try to retire early or on time, so that way I'm not working past. Because, my, like, good example, I don't want to be the age of like my dad. He's still working, and even though he's mainly working for like the health for healthcare, so because it's so expensive as you get older for healthcare. So through his job, he has healthcare that's pretty good that way. So I just don't want that. I just want to make sure we're on track to be able to retire. So that's usually, those two first ones are usually my most common goals for personal. And then get down. I'm trying to lose more weight, because right now during the holidays, right now I've ballooned. This is actually the heaviest I've been for the longest time. Right now I'm about 209 officially. So I'm trying to get down to the ideal BMI of 175 to 180 for my height. Um, and then I feel like I would be healthier that way. So that way I would have more energy to be able to focus and do more stuff for personal business and family, everything, to maximize and have a better version of myself. Um, Take a trip or do something that I have not done as a family. That's something I thought of because I want to give experience for my family, that because they're so young, that they could remember later down, because um, those are priceless moments for them. So especially since we were quarantined, pretty much everybody was quarantined. I mean, we weren't as strict as other states, but um, definitely want to be able to travel, like, and do more to be able, because my kids didn't really get to see my side of the family because they're in California. But like, my in-laws, they live about 5 minutes from here, so at least they got to see one side, but they didn't get to go outside or explore as much because of the quarantine. Didn't even get to play with the kids at her school. So that's something, hopefully we could find something to experience that they have not done as a family. Um, I I don't have any credit card debt, but that's one of the things I want to make sure I keep, and that's on my goals, is to not have any credit card debt, so that way we have good credit score if we need it at any time. Um, Pay off medical bill. I have a medical bill from a year ago, so I want to take care of that So I think we're probably going to be able to. Just depends how fast we get it knocked out with the HSA. So lower my cholesterol and triglycerides. So apparently I have high cholesterol and triglycerides for me. So trying to again goes back to being healthy. So that way again I could live long to be able to see my kids grow up and grandkids. So that's how I'm trying to see it that way. Um, Another thing that might be hard is trying to start getting up early. I'm thinking I need to be up 5:30 to 7:30. So that means because I've noticed whether my kids get up early or not, um, I've been getting up around that sometimes that um, early, or even sometimes I'll sleep in, which is then throws off my whole day. So definitely will feel better to consistently get up around that time. I feel like 5:30 to 7:30 gives me enough time before my kids get up to get my personal stuff and business stuff done, workouts and stuff like that too. I get 8 hours of sleep. So that's the hard part because sometimes I've even slept like 1 or 3 o'clock before on the weekends, which is not doable because if my kids get up at 6:30, 7:30, that's not going to work. Then that means I only get like 3 or 4 hour, or 3 to 5 hours on the weekend, um, which is not going to work because we have so much going on usually on the weekend. So if I need to get up 5:30, that means to get 8 hours would be I have to be in bed by 9:30. Latest would be 7:30. Then I could go to bed 11:30. So that's like the range right there. 9:30 to 11:30, I should be in bed every day. Um, because like I said, my kids don't sleep in past after 7:30. And then the 10th thing on my personal is uh, to learn 3 new skills. So that's going to be interesting what I'll try to choose. So far, I kind of brainstorming. I think I want to learn how to like do more barbecue, learn different types of barbecue. Especially my wife is from the south, so kind of learn how to do that. Or I guess it kind of matches with cooking too. That's something I started trying to do during the pandemic, so that was one thing. But I guess my skill I'm saying is to get better or good at. Um, Another one is options trading. As you guys know, I was trying to learn to be licensed for Series 7. Obviously, that didn't work out, and a big portion was the debt portion, which is like the bonds and government investments, and then the other portion was options. Those two messed me up pretty bad, so I'm thinking if I could get a good solid handling of that, maybe I could do really well next time around if I have an opportunity on Series 7. Or, like I said, maybe it's another avenue of me being able to diversify my investments. Um, and then third one, I haven't really thought what other third thing I could, maybe a language, like I think Chinese or Spanish would be very useful. Um, so that could be another skill I could be thinking of. Or another thing I recently been trying to learn. I don't know if I've learned a skill yet, but maybe like grading cards myself before I send it off with raw cards, or something investing with cards to be able to get really good at it on flipping and be able to hold the cards that way. Business goals, I want to be able to eventually get monetized again. Back then, anyone could be monetized, but now you have to hit 4,000 hours of view time and then 1,000 subscribers. So definitely, if you haven't done it, go ahead and subscribe. So if you like this type of content and more content, like I said, I've been doing it consistently last 2 months, I would say. No, 3 months. I think it's more since October, where I started committing myself like, hey, I should really try to focus on trying to grow this again, and especially it was helping me to be able to socialize with different people that way. So it's definitely helped that way. Then the other thing I would say is that um, hitting the 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 view hours is going to be a challenge, obviously, because I think it's going to be really difficult to learn and do that, but it's going to be rewarding in the end. Number two, pretty much again personal. Make sure there's no business debt. Then number three, that there's no business debt for the business line of credit. Number four, grow the blog traffic. We have a blog, so I want to make sure we're growing that blog at the same time with my wife. So my wife and I blog. My wife blogs more on the Thursdays, and I'm responsible on Tuesdays. So it's almost like you could say a friendly competition in that sense, because she actually has more content and more people that actually comment and interact with us in that sense, and likes her content, I guess, more at this point. Um, so then would like to see where the blog grows, where that she's able to get her first check, so be able to help her that way. Grow the affiliate and drop shipping. So we're trying to learn affiliate and drop shipping to tie into like the blog and to the YouTube. So again, I'll probably put out a video about finance on why you should have multiple stream of income sometimes, especially with everything going on. Definitely helps that way. And then maybe start an investment account, like a different brokerage account for the business. Not putting any more personal money into business, so definitely don't want to make sure that it's mixing or matching in that sense. And they get more eBay sales for sourcing and e-waste. So we do e-waste. That was my bread and butter for the longest time when we were in the Bay Area in California. And so I definitely want to get more eBay sales going again for that stream of income. And then get equipment. So get equipment or help to grow. So anything that we make here or anything to reinvest in the business to help it grow for 2021. So definitely a lot of the goals are for growth for personal business. So go ahead and hit that like button. Hopefully you guys start this. I know a lot of people don't like New Year's resolution because you might forget about it, but for me, I think it helps for me to stay on track and be able to focus for the goals for my personal and business well-being. So definitely, hopefully, you're going to be a part of 2021 growth with us. And again, help hit that like button whenever you like the video that we produce, and check out the blog. Pretty much everything we put out there is on our website. Pretty much we have all social media platforms we possibly could manage. Again, go ahead and hit that like button. Good luck, everybody, and hopefully everyone's 2021 is going to be a lot better than 2020. Definitely appreciate it if you stayed through the whole video, and thanks again for all your support, and tomorrow we can build a better tomorrow. Thanks.